Hello, welcome back. My name is Rosalind, and this is my Let's Play of Dragon Quest XI. In the last episode, we got into the town of Claymoran, basically the ice capital of this place, and looks like it's been frozen over by some witch that attacked about 3 months ago. Miraculously, the queen was not frozen. I'm still a little suspicious. But she told us that we need to basically go out and help her. She didn't really tell us that, but we basically need to, since the last orb we need, the blue orb, is inside the castle, which is currently frozen, so we can't get inside. She told us that the witch lives out in this forest that's out to the east, and that's where we are currently headed. Now, the last episode, we didn't do any exploring. I went ahead and did all that off camera. I mean, I'm still going to walk around and kind of show you this area, but I have already explored here and the next area. So I won't have to bore you with all of that. A few things I did in the meantime is I learned a few more skills up here. Got her some MP, extra MP and MP restoration for Veronica. I didn't do anything for Senya. For Sylvia, I went ahead and went down in the whip section right here. Mainly because I'm curious what this does. I don't know what it's called. Queen Whip. It didn't really say. It just says it deals damage with the Queen's Whip. Basically, it's the is how the text is for how it reads. Not quite sure. This right here is nice. It's I forget the name of it. But it hits multiple times, I think it's like 3 or 4 times, and it also erases buffs on the enemy. So, and also just improving whip damage helps Sylvia's damage. The big one I did is with Martina. So I was debating the whole time about which one what I wanted to grab. If I wanted to grab this skill, or if I wanted to grab this skill. And if you look at this one right here, basically it has a high chance of failing, but it also has a high chance of, if it hits, it has a high chance of being a critical. So I thought about going after this one, and this one also has a chance of failing. It's nowhere near as high. This one looks like about a 50% chance to fail. Maybe it's a little bit less than that. I did some testing. I made a save and picked it up and tried it out for a number of battles. It seemed to be about 50% of the time it would actually hit, but it's a guaranteed crit when it hits, and it's hitting for about 200 damage with my current Martina. Then I went ahead and loaded the save before and went and tried this route out, where I picked up basically this area slice attack. It basically deals damage to an area of enemies, and then this one, which deals it does 4 times damage, basically 4 hits, to a group, but you don't get to select that group. It automatically selects it for you. So basically I was looking at this and this as single target skills. And all in all, this one did about 50 to 60 more damage per hit than this critical one did. In general, I actually like this one better, the one that crits but has a chance to miss. However, going this route helps her dealing with just random mobs on the side, because she gets this AoE, and this deals a significant amount of damage anyways. And also, even though I'm putting all this in here, I'm actually thinking that once I get the ability to re-spec, I'm just going to go straight up into here, because around that time I believe is when I unlock the rest of her skill tree, and that's when those skills become best. But I haven't decided yet. For now, this is the path I took. I will go ahead and fight some of these enemies just so you can see them, since I've already explored all this area. So I guess the next boss, I'll show you this skill. For now, we'll just use this to deal some AoE damage. So finally, she's not limited to single target damage, which is fantastic. It means she is quite a bit better than she was before. And she was already really good before, so That's awesome. So like here is a type of fight where having the other skill, the one that has a chance to miss, is best because you get to choose the single target that you take on. But I think it's fine. Both skills are mainly only used against bosses anyways, since they are both rather expensive. The one I took that hits 4 times is 12 MP, and the one that always crits is 9 MP, so it's not like I would be using them outside of boss fights anyways. I'm also debating what I really want to do with Kamyu. He has... go ahead, I'll show you. So, obviously I picked up, you know, dual wield, and I picked up these right here. His status effect hitting, where he hits with status effects, then hits for 6 times damage against enemies with those status effects. He's another one I'm just all over the board on what I really want to do with him. If you go the dual wield route, it's usually best to get down to this skill right here. What this skill does here is, it's either this one or this one, I forget exactly. I believe it's this one though. And what it does is, it makes it to where his offhand weapon deals full damage. So whenever you dual wield in this game, the main hand weapon in your right hand does full damage, but your offhand does half damage, and this makes it to where they both do full damage. And then somewhere around here he also gets a skill that's really good for swords, and taking him as a dual wield sword user is really good apparently. The other thing is taking this skill right here, which is, it's basically Shadow Clone. So it makes 3 clones of him, and whenever he attacks, they also attack with the same attack. So I'm not entirely sure which way I want to take him. All of it seems pretty good. It'll probably be one of those things that once I get the ability to respec my characters, I will make a save and just try a bunch of things out and see what I like best. Let's just go ahead and do this. I'm pretty happy with where I have the main hero going. There's a few things I'm a little torn on what I want to do. I can get him like a huge AoE attack that hits all enemies and increases chance to crit with swords, or I can go up the great sword or the two-handed sword route and eventually pick up a skill that requires one-handed and two-handed sword skills to have been learned. So here's this area. Down here, there's not much. I mean, there's fire camp and goes off to a new area. Over here, there's like a dragon encased in ice. So that's about it. That's a dungeon I accidentally found. I didn't go in it yet because I'm not sure if it's a story dungeon or not. And I have not actually gone up to whatever that place to sleep is yet. But as I was saying, I'll actually just go ahead and show it while it's on my mind. So the thing I can't decide on here, so I can, like, I can grab this, basically my next level up, and it's just a huge AoE attack to all enemies. I can get this later, increases my crit chance with one-handed swords by 3%. Both are great. But this right here, it's a massive, I think it's like a multi-hit attack, similar to how this is a 2-hit. I think this is a 4-hit attack, but it requires me to go all the way up around here to get it. So I'm a little torn. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to spend my skill points. So there's this area. You can climb up, you can get up top up there. It's really not that difficult. You up that route, that path that goes up there, and you just follow it. There were some items, like I said, there's that dungeon that was up there that I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be in yet. So around here, I have actually not explored yet. Recipe. Ice boomerang and ice staff, huh? Okay. There's a bed in here, so maybe we can rest and just refill our MP. I'm gonna use your bed, buddy. Okay. Now let's head on up into the forest, where the witch supposedly is holed up in. So this is the forest here. It doesn't look like it's a dungeon per se. It looks like just another map area, honestly. He's kind of warning us to get out. Hey, maybe this is a dungeon. It doesn't look very dungeon-esque, but, you know. It's really nice, the setup I have on Martina with that AoE, because it costs 4 MP to use, but she heals, or she restores 3 MP every time it's her turn, so it's actually only costing her 1 MP every single time I use it. Very, very efficient. And as you could probably tell, now you just remembered it, I switched her out of that school outfit and put her into this to reduce all damage by 15%. school outfit's nice because it, increases the drop rate of items, but yeah, it's just alright. Looks like he got lost during the snowstorm. Now he's freezing. Whoa. You actually slip on the surface. Sorry about that. Somebody was ringing my door. Here in Japan, you have these people from NHK that come by and they try to get money from you for watching TV. It's really, really annoying. But they basically just come and ring your doorbell, and if you answer, they'll try to pressure you into paying a monthly fee, even though it's basically supposed to be free. And you're supposed to pay for it, technically by law, but also at the same time, technically by law, they can't force you to pay at the same time. It's a really weird situation. But they always come by. It's really, really annoying. Treasure chest. Good. Guess I'll go this way. This ice is kind of difficult to walk on. I guess it's supposed to be that way, huh? Another recipe. Platinum tray and platinum shield. Okay. Both shields. One of them is probably a large shield, one's a smaller shield. Okay, this is where I had just came from, huh? So I fought that other color, but I don't think I fought these blue skinned ones yet. Orc King. Man. resources. Big open area. Nothing. We have ourselves a save point here. So I'm guessing up this way is where the witch is. And I somehow got lost from my companions. Obviously. Oh, Greg. And something. Now you notice me. Okay. Does that lower my ice resistance? This thing's named Moon Baba. And he raises defense 1 step and his attack 2 steps. Oh man. Oh boy. Okay. That missed. Okay, so both his attack and defense are up 2 steps. Okay. I would have liked everyone else to get that 2400 experience. You're next, demon child. This time I won't let you get away. Yeah, even though I just saved your ass, buddy. But okay. The thing is, the text is something laughing, saying, "I caught you, hero Greg." And that is the Witch of Ice, or Ice Witch. Okay, so she's saying that by basically freezing him here, she can fulfill her promise to the one who released her. I bet we all know who that is. Okay, now she's saying this pendant is the same as that person's, and now they have matching. And obviously Greg is, like, what are you talking about? Apparently Greg doesn't realize that it's his king that's being manipulated. So Rose be saying the soldiers that came to help were, hit Greg's platoon. Now Rose questioning why he's not trying to capture us all of a sudden. Now he's saying before he catches us, he has something else he has to do that just came up. Apparently I passed out from being too cold, so they dragged me back to this cabin. Okay, and that's where we're going to stop for now. Man, so we have some developments that happen, but on the next episode we will, I guess, go outside the cabin and figure out what to do next with the story. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. It really does help. And I'll see you next time.